We didn't even have a countdown this time, so we are live as that fantasy guy coming to you with another Homeboy League special episode, and we got three people in the house. We got a new person this time. Introduce yourself, Kendrick.
Yeah, well, this it goes on by Kendrick. My manager's name is All Hail the Mad King. Surprisingly, I'm currently first in the league. I know that's at the behest of a couple of people in here that doubted my abilities, but I came a long way since dropping Arian Foster in 2014 after week 1. So I'm glad to be here.
Since it's your first time on, I
What's
want
happening?
to ask you, what is your fantasy philosophy when it comes to drafting a team?
I approached it differently this year. With the emergence of quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, this was pretty much a pass first league and not a run first league. So how I approached it, and especially with the draft order that I was in, I went to get my wide receivers first, and then my running backs, and I just went from there. So,
And it looked like that worked out for you, you being on top dog. And look here on this show, we are specific. So when you say there's people that doubted you, I need you to put a name to that.
well, there's one person in here that supposedly assisted me one year with drafting my team. That was the year I won 13 games in a row. He takes full credit for that, by the way.
So are you saying that you was not assisted by him?
No.
Woo!
No.
So it's all lies because I've been hearing that since the beginning.
We was all about D Nice's apartment drafting. So
I'm glad that finally came up because he has been taking credit for all that. All that.
D Nice, why don't you be specific? What's your recollection of that draft night?
Yeah, I mean, you was there on his right shoulder. You know,
Like Jiminy Cricket on the shoulder of Pinocchio, telling him what he should be doing.
Oh goodness, man.
Yeah. The crazy thing that y'all was by me, but I ended up winning the championship. I think that was a good luck charm when y'all did that.
The only reason why is because I screwed up with setting Zach Ertz in week 15, and then I benched him in week 16. And he went off. I would have beat you, and then I would have beat Terrence. And I would have been champion that year. Because by the time we got to the championship, most of Terrence's players were sitting because they were in playoff contention. So he didn't have much left on the board anyway. So, say la vie. It is what it is. I still love y'all.
Yeah, this might be your year.
I hope not.
Well, before we get into the league anymore, because of course we're going to get back into that, we need to bring up some recent NFL news. And since the last time we was on, is Derrick Henry out for the year. I don't remember who team he on, but I'm sure it did hurt someone. Not none of us, but someone it did hurt. I think that's Brad, right?
Yep. Burden with glorious purpose.
So that means none of us feel any remorse for that loss. Thank you, Jesus. Also, Henry Ruggs. Hold on, let's go to Ridley. Ridley having mental health issues and just is sitting out.
Also on Brad's team.
Hallelujah. I mean, and then we got Ruggs. I don't even know if he was on anyone's team, but Henry Ruggs driving over 150 miles an hour, intoxicated, hit with, charged with a DUI with fatality. You know, anybody got anything to say on that one?
Yeah, I have no surprise. I was not surprised that he was released by the team. The kid's career is over, and it was a pretty sad and unfortunate situation. I think like what he was like, not even 25 yet. I mean,
22 years old.
Yeah, so he was basically like in the promise. He was in the prime of his life, the prime of his career. I mean, and just a message to everybody out there: don't drink and drive, bro. I mean, that's why we got Uber. That's why we have Lyft.
I think when tragedies like this happen, you first gotta acknowledge the victims, who the young lady that lost her life.
Absolutely.
So condolences to her loved ones for their loss. And Henry Ruggs, I mean, nothing, if there's any good that comes out of a tragedy like this, you hope that this is a message to other young people to don't drink and drive, man. There's nothing positive comes out of it. So like Ken was saying, Uber, call a friend, something, but don't get on the road and put your life and the lives of others at risk. But is his career over? I don't think so. Talent, I mean, talent wins out in the NFL. I mean, look at that.
He haven't done anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Compared to we live in a sensitive world than it was back then. With the Dante Stallworth, it was less sensitive. So, you know, things we do today, you know, we're quick to, you know, get judged and get fired for what you say, what you do. Or like what he did, drunk driving, he got released immediately. Look at Dante Stallworth. He killed somebody, but he got back into, you know, another team. Because that was way back 10 years ago.
Yeah, if he's talented, he's going to find his way back in the league. He's still so young. Even if he does 5 years, he'll be 27, 28 when he's available to re-enter the league. If he's got talent, the team will take a chance on him.
Yeah, we'll see. But like that's a lot of spotlight, you know, hiring somebody that killed somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, and I believe
being irresponsible.
Wide receivers come a dime a dozen. Why? I mean, like I said, he has not done anything in this league yet. Yeah, he was drafted in the first round, but I don't think he deserved it myself. I mean, that's why I didn't own him anywhere. I didn't think he was that talented. And that's a redraft and dynasty. And I'm in tons of dynasty league. And guess who's not on my team? And none of them. And that's Henry Ruggs, because I didn't believe in him. But we're not going to. And the next topic, we got a ton of people on COVID. I don't know how many exactly, but I know I kept seeing news come up. COVID.
Yep, breaking out. COVID breakout time.
So
it got me.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. There's still people out there that think that COVID is done with. Like this was a 2020 thing, but we still live in a COVID world, and you know, if we're not doing the things we're supposed to do to keep ourselves safe, you know, any of us can still fall victim to it.
Yeah.
And so on to the waiver wire. Did any of you guys get who you wanted on the waiver wire? We'll start with you, Donnell. Did you get who you was aiming for on the waiver wire?
I was trying to get the backups of the Saints quarterbacks. Just got taken before they got to me.
No, but you got Derrick Henry's handcuff. Fucking bitch.
Hey, hey, I had to get something. You know?
What
about you, Kendrick?
I was trying to get McNichols. And I dropped Jonnu Smith because obviously Hunter Henry was getting way more targets. He's obviously the TE1 on the Patriots, so I picked up CJ Usamoah.
And you do love your tight ends. We do know that. if no one know what I'm referencing, because I think one year he had like 4 tight ends on his team. Now this
He
is
had
not
5.
a tight end premium league. It is 4 tight ends he had rostered the whole season for no reason.
Yeah.
And last but not least, on Perkins, did you get the person you want? And if not, who did you get?
Well, so a lesson I'm still learning in fantasy football is even though this is a league full of your homeboys, you can't talk with your homeboys about fantasy football because you have those conversations about players you like in the waiver wire. Those same homeboys will take what you say and steal your players. So you gotta be careful with what you say around certain people in the league. And
Judas.
Pause.
You heard of reverse. You talking about me because I'll be getting players that we think similar. He's trying to reverse psychology. I'm gonna get this guy here. Oh, make sure you don't get him. That's just he's telling me that. So that's gonna be my guy. Make sure you don't get him. It's reverse psychology.
Notice
That's what he's doing. Reverse psychology.
I didn't say any names, and someone just jumped in and put themselves out there. So thank you, Darnell, for.
I mean, there's not too many guys you're gonna talk to about is me or Big Terrence. You don't be talking to that guy in the right top corner about who you gonna pick up.
So who did you get, Perkins?
I got the Minnesota tight end. What's his name? Conklin.
Yeah, Conklin.
Yeah, I thought that was a good pickup. I mean,
he wanted McNichols.
Well, unlike my man Kendrick here, I do believe running backs are the way to go in fantasy football. You can never have enough. So, yeah, I was going to try and get the Titans back up, but tight end been killing my team for all season. So I'm, glad I was able to get somebody. You're right.
And I saved you for last because I wanted to know how you felt about changing the waiver wire system from what it is to Fab.
I personally don't have any issues with the Fab system. I think for me, being able to bid on players in the waiver wire would be helpful. I like to keep the waiver wire system in order of worst record because it keeps everybody in the league with a chance to better their team all year. I know that's not a popular way to do it in the fantasy community, but I think a competitive league is a league where everybody is viable to upset anybody any given Sunday. And it helps when those guys that are in the bottom of the standings can add quality players to their team rather than the guys that are more active loading up on talent.
Have you played in a Fab league before? Fab budget league before?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure. What about you, Ken? Have you played in a Fab budget league before?
I've been wanting for like 2 years now.
So how do you feel about the waiver wire system changing to Fab?
I have no issue with it. I mean, you have to pay to play, right? I mean, if you want those marquee players, those handcuffed players off the waiver wire, you're gonna have. If you want them so bad, you got to pay for them. They got people in my league that are offering up I think $20 gets you like $1 million in like Fab or something like that, or 10 million. I forgot which one. So, like I said, and it's 20 to buy in off top. So, I mean, if you want to pay to play, then that's the way to go.
Nice. Have you ever played in a league with Fab?
No, I never.
And how do you feel about the waiver wire system changing to the Fab budget?
I don't have a problem with it. Just a change of strategy with it. I don't mind. Trying it out.
The real thing probably would be to question the people that are consistently at the bottom of the standings. We really need to do our research and look who was consistently at the bottom of the standings maybe the last 3 years, and maybe ask those people how they feel.
Kendrick, I remember not 14 minutes ago that fantasy guy told you that on this show we are specific, I think is the word he used. So Big T, why don't you get into specifics on how you feel?
Well, I haven't currently did the research of going back 3 years, but if you wanted me to be specific about who's at the bottom of the standings currently, I could, but I haven't went back 3 different years. I do know Kevin have never went to the playoffs before ever in this league. Of our 6 years of existence, haven't been to the playoffs, so he would be the first person you should ask, though, Mr. Perkins. But if we're talking about the people that's at the bottom of the standings currently, I'm sure Kevin is there again. Look at him; he's at the 10th position. We got Ricky. We got Darnell's brother.
The walking bye week.
That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. We got Mr. Elford. He's there. So don't ask those people.
All right.
We can ask those people, but let me go over right quick the past week matchups, which was the Fantasy Police versus Team D Nice, and I guess the Fantasy Police must have got lucky again. Care to speak on that, D Nice?
Got lucky again. You saw Thursday night. Aaron Jones had that touchdown. Took it away. Six touches. James Conner, 6 touches. 6 touches, 2 touchdowns. Jameis Winston get hurt. He wins by less than 10 points.
Well, guess what? You made him feel confident with that game because he did get in the chat and said, y'all get ready for a third.
He called for a 3-peat.
Three-peat. I don't know if he was talking directly to Perkins or he was talking to everyone, but I felt like he was talking directly to Perkins, and I'm going to keep it like that. Next matchup, it was Team Daniels versus I'm Inevitable, and Ricky got the win 101-78. Then it was Birding Glorious Purpose versus the homies, and I can't even see his name. His team so long, I can't even see the name of the team. But that was my homie and Diesel. There we go. And
we should have a rule going forward. If you ain't 500, you don't get a nickname. Just put your name up there. Put your name up there for everybody to see.
So Brad barely got that win, 102-100, and Brad team is on a downward spiral, as we talked about. He got a lot of injuries going on. The next matchup, comeback season versus All Hell the Mad King, and Lord, 108.3 to 108.08.
Lucky bastard. That has got to be the bad beat of the week. That's got to be the bad beat of the week, Big T.
Yeah. So, hold up. You're not number one in the standings, huh? You say you was number one.
Brad, he feel like he's number one. He's feel.
Yeah, Brad is. I thought
Brad
about it. I was like,
barely.
I thought you were.
No, I did not. You got to look.
What happened with your team, man? They only put up 108 points. What happened?
What exactly happened? No, Justin Fields, Joe Mixon went off on me, and then Tua had a good game. Like Kevin,
you talking about the other team? I said, what happened to your team?
My team, I was down by 24 points. I needed Tyreek to give me 3 yards at the end of the game. I think I finished with 20 22.1 or 23.1. I needed 24 points to win that game.
I think his running backs let him down.
It sounds like Tyreek
My
did
running
his
back-
job with 22
Tyrese
points.
did his job. My running back,
You're right.
my running back sold on me because
Singletary. You were starting
Yeah.
Singletary, so you deserve to lose that game.
Running backs.
running back curse. Oh well,
Trying to get McNichols, huh?
I tried.
Next up, we got Mid City Wrecking Crew versus No Days Off, and
Lots of
Jared,
days off.
Jared got a considerable win, 129 to 108, and I took an L, and we're moving on. So the next topic.
Wait, no, this platform is about
No, we
specifics.
got
Specifics.
We gotta talk about it. I'm going right now.
Next topic is on players that have
No, ain't no topic.
players that disappointed. I'll go first since I took an L. I had a lot of players that disappointed me that did not show up. Pitt, I don't know what happened with the Atlanta.
All that work, all that trade work didn't pay off, man.
It did not. Pitt's gonna stay where he was. He gave me 2 points.
Then he had
Somebody
locked
gave me
on the
5.
Look, Big T, before you get into this, before you get into the players that disappointed, I want to share. I was telling Darnell,
Oh my goodness.
I was telling
That's
Darnell,
different.
I was telling Darnell earlier, sometimes when you want to win really, really bad, like last year when we met up with each other the first time, you were looking for a quarterback, and Darnell was looking to trade Fitzpatrick. And I didn't really need Fitzpatrick on my team, but I didn't want Darnell to trade him to you and use against me. So I made that trade to get Fitzpatrick. And I'm not gonna say it cost me the season, but I regret making that trade. And
wow.
I think this week or this past Sunday when you knew you were playing me, you made some moves that you probably wouldn't have made against anybody else, but you made those moves to make sure you get the W against me.
Anyway, moving on. What players disappointed you? You had any players disappoint you, Ken?
Like I said, I think my running backs are suspect. So yeah, so Josh Jacobs is like, it's good that Detroit and Oakland are playing from behind. That way that I can get garbage points from my two running backs. But if they're ahead, they're not going to get that much running time. So I would say the running backs that and they stay hurt. It's like they're week to week. They're on the injury report like every week. So yeah, my running backs hold me out.
What about you, Darnell? Any players that disappointed you this week?
It's just unfortunate. Like I had Hurts scored a touchdown, well, a passing touchdown. They called it back because they was like a half yard short. It runs it in. The Aaron Jones touchdown, it was a touchdown. They overturned it. That cost me 6 points. Y'all knew what happened to Jameis Winston. He got hurt in the first quarter. So, and T.Y. Hilton got hurt in the third quarter. Lucky Watson. I would say lucky. Everybody wants to put 140 or 150 on me.
You still mad about that going on? Did I put up 43?
I got the second highest points allowed right now.
Well, I would ask you, Perkins, but you're the only one that won. So I don't think any players disappointed you, did they?
Well, in the NFL last week, there were a lot of injuries to guys, and I'm a little disappointed that more guys on y'all teams didn't get injured. I wish some guys on Kendrick team would have got hurt. Some more guys on Darnell team would have got hurt. Guys on Big Ten
What?
team would have got hurt. Y'all need some injuries on y'all team.
What? I got Winston got hurt. It's not enough from T.Y.
More.
This guy, he just want to be us to be having the injury bug on our team.
So I'm
trying to get the first place.
He's trying to get to the dance.
Current standings. Top three. We got Brad. We got Kendrick at 2, and we got the Fantasy Police Watson at 3. We got Perkins at 4. We got D Nice at 5. You notice that I'm left up on the list. All y'all at the top. We got Team Daniels at 6. I'm at 7. We got at 8 Jared, 9 Ricky, 10 Kevin, 11 Devin, and 12 Hall. So
what a loser.
look, we got 2 people at 2 and 6, and that's Devin and Hall, and I feel more optimistic.
Some of these guys got to make some moves though. Like, I feel like my brother got to make a move. Ricky got to make a move. Some of these guys to make that playoff push. Some of these guys got to make a move. Brad he's not going to probably make a move until he get 3 L's in a row or 4. Yeah, some of these guys got to make a move just for that playoff push.
Yeah, because I know before we added this extra game, it was if you win 8, you go make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that key number is now. I don't know if it's still 8 or it's 9 now since we got the extra game. I don't know what it's going to be.
Right.
I know if they, these two teams that's 2 and 6, if they lose another game, that's a wrap. You might as well rock a bye, baby. And it don't seem like Devin want to give up any of his good players. Like, I've been trying to get Cup for the longest on that man. But so it is what it is, man. So Perkins, give me one rookie in the league that have surprised you this season.
Rookie. The biggest rookie surprise to me is Trey Sermon. I would have put money that if he got the opportunity, he was gonna do well in that 49ers offense. But whether it's him being in the coaching doghouse or talent, I don't know what it is, but he hasn't been producing like I thought he would this season.
Well, at least you wasn't the one that drafted him. I got that burden. Ken, give me a rookie that surprised you this season.
It's surprising, but it's not surprising. I would say Jamar Chase, the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's a good one.
Joe Burrow bars into the front office and was like, "You better draft my man's with your 5th overall pick." So, and it's been paying dividends for their offense so far. So he's been on a historic pace to say it's his rookie season. So,
what about you, Darnell? What rookie has surprised you?
I'm just surprised how the league is letting these rookie quarterbacks take over so early and quickly. Like the Justin Fields, man, it's just too soon. He screwed me over. Starting Justin Fields. Because I have Allen Robinson. Instead of letting these rookie quarterbacks just come in the game so quickly, I think they need to start having these rookie quarterbacks sit a year. They just come in and.
But last year, away though, because how many games you thought Andy Dalton was gonna get the start? It's Andy Dalton
until they start losing. Until they out the playoff contention. That's when you bring your rookie quarterback.
Andy Dalton. We didn't see him last year, and he was losing last year.
I mean, hey, they have to play mediocre until that rookie quarterback learn how to play. Look at Zach Wilson, rookie. They play like trash. Who was that other rookie quarterback? Trey Lance. He only played one game.
But look at last year. You had Justin Herbert.
That's rare. That's
his rookie year.
Well, that's rare. Think of another rookie that could come in there and have a good season.
We
Mahomes,
just talking about
not Mahomes. Yeah, quarterbacks. Mahomes didn't. Right. Aaron Rodgers sat out his first year.
Give it some thought.
Because usually, I think Lawrence doing okay. You know, one of the main problems is people keep comparing rookies to Herbert. It's like if that's going to be what you compared it to,
or
nobody's going to do well.
Look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got the reins right out the gate, and
he was doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, until he tore his ACL.
They wasn't winning though.
Well, what are you doing? I mean, damn, you asking for a lot. They're supposed to do well and win. Now
I'm just saying. You start the season to win some games. You don't want to be starting. If I'm a Bengals fan, I don't want
good quarterbacks that's drafted high are going to bad teams.
Facts.
I understand that. I'm just looking at just wins and losses.
But you can't use that when you're evaluating a singular talent.
I'm not talking about evaluating talent. I'm talking about wins and losses right now.
You're on a different subject. We're talking about rookie quarterbacks.
Because Mac Jones is doing this fine.
Right. I understand that. But y'all talking about evaluating talent. Talking about team. I'm talking about wins and losses right now.
Nah,
that's my topic.
You shouldn't put a rookie quarterback out there because they might lose. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Right. I'm talking about them winning games. I'm not talking about we can get this rookie quarterback to make us better for the future. I'm just talking about now winning games. You know. That's all.
I would rather talking about dynasty quarterback out there and get them experience because there's no better teacher than experience.
So,
right, I understand that to get it improved, but I'm just talking about if you want to win games and stuff. Like for instance, Tua last year, they was winning, but they put that rookie quarterback in. That season was out the water.
So do you think the Bengals would have been better off holding on to Andy Dalton another year rather than putting Joe Burrow out there?
That's different. They didn't have just Joe Burrow out there. They didn't have Andy Dalton there. Andy Dalton was gone.
No, I'm asking you, would it have been a wiser move to keep Andy Dalton as the starter and
like I said,
let
Terrence,
Joe Burrow learn?
You're not listening. If I have a mediocre to winning season, I'm gonna keep the guy until that rookie, get some more time to see what's going on out there. Then throw him in. If they start sucking, then throw the quarterback in there, the rookie quarterback in there. That's what I'm saying. If I have a winning season, or a season is, just get the fans in the stands. If it's a mediocre to winning playoff contention team, I'm not just talking about just talent level. I understand what y'all going with that.
Okay, but it's in the same scenario. Let's just say in your scenario, like this team is up by like 3-4 touchdowns. Then they put the rookie quarterback in that they all love, and then he passes stats. He lights it up, but he does that consistently week after week after week. Then what do you think is going to happen? The fans are going to try to push the front office to give the rookie quarterback more playing time.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you're a true fan, you want to see your team win too, But if they start sucking,
if I'm winning with my rookie quarterback, what is
that? That's cool. I'm talking about when you have your veteran quarterback winning games, just like what happened with Fitzpatrick, and they go because everybody want to see how Tua plays. They want to give him some reps here, so they want to send him Tua in. When they have a winning season, it's a little too early for that. Sometimes it's bad and good doing that. That's all I'm just saying.
Do you think these teams are set up to win now or in 2 to 3 years?
Who that?
It's like, you think these teams that you're insinuating about set up to win now?
Like I said, it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Like the Joe Burrow, yeah, he's just the only rookie. The Tua, I mean, there was winning. Fitzpatrick, he can wait a year because of situation. Like Justin Fields, there was so much pressure to put him in. It was just too early. They were just 1-1. It's not. They wasn't losing. They didn't have a losing season yet. It just. I think a lot of organizations are trying to be like. How what's his face is that play for the Chargers. They want to get them in them now. They want to get the rookie quarterback some reps in now. Instead of just waiting down the road, I guess.
I disagree, but let's move on.
And even that was a fluke with Herbert getting in because he was not supposed to get in. If Tyrod would have never got his wound punctured, he would have never got in that early. Now when you was bringing up the Chicago situation, it's like at the end of the day, what is Andy Dalton going to give to you? Or are we going out here? Are we trying to do what the fans want, or are we going out here to put up 7 wins? So why not give the fans what they want? If they want to see their franchise quarterback, why not put them out there? And then when we talked about as far as the Miami situation the other day, okay, they was winning, but was Fitzpatrick going to lead them to a Super Bowl? What are we doing here? Why not put the guy out? I mean, in my mind, they must have had a plan at the beginning of the season to get him out there after the bye, so they stuck to their plan. What Fitzpatrick was going to do, lead them to the playoffs so they can get slaughtered the first game? We done already seen that story plenty of times with Fitzpatrick. We know it's only a certain amount of time until he go haywire. But to go back to the question, what rookie surprised me, I'm with Kendrick, and that would be Chase. I didn't think he was smashed like he did from the get-go. From game 1 smashing.
There were some weeks I was pissed and I didn't put him in.
I knew he was gonna be good, but even though he had, you heard the rumors during the preseason, and camp about him just having the drops. He shook that off real quick, so that's what surprised me.
Yeah, when it's your first 6 or 7 games in the league and your numbers are being put up there with Randy Moss and Jerry Rice, that's incredible. I mean, you don't plan for that when you're drafting those types of guys on your team.
So what we brought up last week was maybe having a last place challenge, and I brought up maybe doing a hot chip challenge. So Kamish, are we going to have a last place challenge?
I want to have a last place challenge, but doing something like that mid-season, I feel we need to have a unanimous or damn near unanimous vote from the league before we force or ask somebody to do something they didn't sign up for at the beginning of the season.
Let's see.
But I think it'd be funny as hell.
So, give me a player, each one of you guys, and you don't have to be on your team, but, I think you would feel it more if they are on your team. Who has been a disappointment for you this year? I'll let you go first, Perkins.
Come back to me, because I honestly didn't give this topic much thought. Come back to me.
Okay, D Nice, is there a player that has been a disappointment? I think I know this answer. Is there a player who has been a disappointment for you this year?
I wouldn't say. It was 2 guys. I mean, it's my receivers. I mean, Allen Robinson, because of the quarterback situation. So you got a rookie quarterback that's not ready to be out there right now. And Julio Jones is because he can't stay healthy. This is probably his worst year of staying healthy. He only played 1 game. Well, no, yeah, 2 games to be exact. Yeah.
What about you, Ken?
My running backs that I drafted, DeAndre Swift and Josh Jacobs. Like I said,
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, what you talking about, DeAndre Swift? You got high
because
expectations, buddy.
because these two have been on the injury report like every other week. It has me nervous. Like I never know. But if they play, they do well. But if not, I don't know what else to do. That's why if I were to make a move right now, like I would try to give me a marquee running back. But I know I have to go with one of my receivers. I know I have to. So I'm prepared to do that.
And for me, it's a guy that Perkins mentioned earlier, Trey Sermon. I owned him in a lot of leagues. He was a later round pick that I got in a lot of leagues, and he did not show up. And it's not his fault. It's not like the team is trying to cultivate his talent. And Shanahan he likes these fast one-court cut running backs, but for some reason he decided to draft Trey Sermon. Why you even drafted this man? Why is he even on your team? You know what type of backs you like. He should never have been on the 49ers team. Perkins, did you come up with a player?
Yeah, this player has been disappointing me for many years, but every year he finds his way back on my team. This player is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, I hope you're listening right now. I mean, I can't do this with you anymore. I keep drafting you on my team, hoping this is the year that you'll bring me to fantasy greatness, and every year you let me down. So Matt Ryan, to my Matt Ryan fans out there, hopefully there are some in our league. He's available, and I'm finally ready to let go of Matt Ryan.
Okay, so I think since the last time we talked, no. Did that trade? No, this happened I think the last time we talked, you did the trade after we spoke, Darnell? Did that happen after we spoke?
I did a trade.
That happened on October the 28th.
Yeah, that was after.
No, we talked about it. It just didn't process. We did speak about the trade. It just didn't process at the time. And I attempted to do a trade on Friday. I sent Paul Zuma. How you pronounce his name? Zuma? I don't even remember.
Just say CJ.
I used to know how to pronounce his name. I'm mad I'm messing it up. But CJ, the tight end, Devontae Freeman, David Montgomery, to get back Alexander Madison and Kyle Pitts. And that was vetoed. And that wasn't the first trade I did. I thought I did enough, but that must have happened before we talked. So this was after I did that another trade with him. I went back
Tom Brady.
to the well. Huh?
Tom Brady trade.
Yeah. So I went back to the well because I was trying to get rid of David Montgomery, and any multiple people did get that trade, but I was turned down by those people. I sent it to about 3 people and was turned down by those people. So I went back to the well and was trying to get rid of David Montgomery, and that trade was vetoed. So I just was like, forget it, because Darren Waller was on bye, and I wanted a tight end, so I gave up Darren Waller and David Montgomery and got Kyle Pitts and my backup Madison with the overpay. So we was just talking about vetoes last week, and the commish was just talking his little heart, talking about how he don't like the vetoes, and the vetoes is this and the veto that. And guess who spearheaded the veto this week? Just right after all the bullshit he was just talking, he was the main one in the message board leading for a veto. So at the end of the day, we're not gonna talk about it too much. We just gonna go ahead and let the audience know he's full of shit. And moving on.
You must be talking about another league. 'Cause that don't sound like our league. That don't sound like
Okay.
anything
All
our
right.
commissioner would have done.
Okay. All right. We got a Thursday night game coming up. Do y'all even know who playing? Y'all know who playing off the top of your
Jets.
head?
Come on, it's the Jets. Y'all can't
That's
get
why I
on.
don't know who playing. Because if it's the Pistons, who the Jets playing?
The Colts, and I got their defense.
God.
So I should know.
So
I got the defense. Yeah.
do any of y'all guys got? I want each one of y'all to pick a person to sit and to start. I'll give the easy layup to Kendrick first.
Wait, what was the question again?
God damn.
This man
God
don't know
damn.
any players on the Jets.
I know.
That's your fault. Play tomorrow. Pick one person to sit and one person to start.
Can I pick neither? I like the Colts defense against the Jets. I really do.
Okay.
I like the Colts defense against the Jets.
All right. That's who you starting. Who you sitting?
I'm sitting. Ooh. Naheem Hines. Yeah, because obviously, like he's the RB. I don't even think he's the RB2. I think he's the RB3.
So it's a desperate flex play.
Yeah, that's a flex play. So,
Very desperate one.
yeah, that'll be a very desperate.
Yeah.
D Nice, you up next?
I'll start. Of course, you're gonna start almost all your Colts players. Your Michael Pittman.
Man,
You got Wentz,
not Wentz.
Jonathan Taylor, almost all the Colts defense. Michael Carter could be a question mark. It's a scary start because the Colts are good against the run.
You gonna leave something for Perkins?
Oh, go ahead, Mr.
No.
Perkins.
I mean, give me a sit. Give me a sit.
My sit? Yeah, Michael Carter. Michael Carter.
You said Michael Carter after you didn't put up 30 some points?
Michael Carter, you sitting, man.
Wow. Okay. Perkins, give me a sit and give me a start.
Big cojones.
I'll lead. I'm gonna lead with I will not be watching this game. Be checking out Marvel's Eternals.
Oh my
being
God.
released in theaters on Thursday, so I will not be watching this game. My starts and sets. If you're waiting for Jonathan Taylor to have his Derrick Henry 40-point game, this might be it. I think he's gonna go ham on Thursday. Who to sit? Whoever the field goal kicker is for the Colts, he will have he won't be kicking any field goals. They're gonna be scoring touchdowns on the Jets all Thursday night.
That's a blanket ship, I think.
Well, guess what? Isn't Mike White getting another start?
Yeah.
Start all the Jets running backs. All that boy do is throw to the Jets running back. I don't know how could you say to sit Michael Carter. The man throwing to that's his depth of target was going nowhere.
Man, he played at home. He had a whole crowd probably singing hero to him.
You think he gonna change who he throws?
Man, he gonna be on the road. He gonna choke.
You think he's throwing deep on the road?
He gonna choke on the road, boy. He gonna choke.
Okay, that's who you could sit if you chose to, but I'm not gonna sit the running backs. Just let you know.
They got two other running backs. I ready to start what you call it? One of those Matt Miles Gaskin in him.
All right. The lead us out of here. We do have 1 fantasy question to ask you folks. And since we've been playing in the league years and when most of us pretty much know everybody, I was given a task to ask you gentlemen. I'm gonna give each one of y'all 3 names. We all gonna take 3 names of someone in the league, and we are going to compare them to a Marvel's character. So you got to give them a Marvel's character, and you got to say why you gave it to them. You know, I don't know if Ken, you knew this question was coming, because I'll have you last if you didn't. You wasn't.
Come back here. Come back to me.
All right then. First up, Mr. Perkins. Mr. Perkins, you got Hall, Watson, and Brad.
Ooh. Well, I'll start with Hall. Hall should be the easiest one. I think Hall is Bucky, for AKA the Winter Soldier. We all liked Bucky. I mean, nobody important, propped up by Captain America, but eventually Bucky came into his own, became the Winter Soldier, picked a fight with Captain America, beat him. But end of the day, he's still Bucky. Can't do nothing without a Captain America sitting next to him, and he's eventually gonna become the person we all know who he is, sidekick. Watson was tough. I mean, what do you can't really say anything bad about a 2-time champ, but I'm gonna call him Stark. Not personality wise, don't know Watson that well, but dude just finds a way to win. He wins. So we'll call Watson Stark. Brad is somebody I have been knowing a while. I think he's Rhodey, War Machine. He's also he's good at what he does, but I want to see how he performs when he doesn't have that armor on and he has to go out and find a way to win without out of his comfort zone.
All right, Darnell, you next. You have Kendrick and both of the Terrences.
I start with Kendrick. It's pretty easy. He's the Hulk. No, my bad. Not the Hulk. No, he's Luke Cage. He's got that Luke Cage personality. We need him in our black neighborhoods. This guy right here, the real Cyclone. Luke Cage. Yes. From the East. I feel like he can be the Luke Cage for us. He's tall, he's big, yeah. Now Perkins, he is definitely the leader. He thinks he know every goddamn thing, and everything that he says out of his mouth is perfectly 100% right. He's the leader, and
I am your leader. I am
the leader. The leader.
Is that a Marvel?
Dude with the big brain. Yeah, it's the villain.
The leader.
It's kind of it's an obscure Marvel
Okay, I
reference.
gotta look that up.
The leader. So the Hulk villain with the big brain, the big head.
He's a
You know what I'm
genius.
talking about? He's a genius.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
hey, anybody who not on Marvel, y'all go ahead and Google that.
The leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
That head is
I call you, sir, Mr. Robinson, Thanos.
That's some
won.
bullshit.
You want all the goddamn jury on this team, man.
You want all the stones,
You
man.
want all the stones. Just
Hell
like
yeah.
Here.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Ken, you ready, Ken?
I'm good.
All right, you ready? You have Jared, Devin, and Darnell.
If you want to pawn off Darnell to me, I'll take Darnell.
Nah, let that man have his own. Let that man have it. He already did somebody.
Oh,
I want to hear his.
Let's see. I describe Jared as being very stoic, happy-go-lucky. Never really showed that much emotion. Okay, what Marvel characters?
Sound like you're describing a puppy.
He's from X-Men.
I would have to describe him as Cyclops.
Okay.
Honestly. And Devin? Yeah, Devin, I would have to describe as Nightcrawler because you never know when he'll pop up. Like, Devin will have a shitty game one week, and then he'll just pop up and just put up 130 on you, just for no reason. And then Mr. Darnell over here, how would I describe him? Oh, D Nice. Oh, he wants to be D Nice tonight. Okay.
Someone cowardly and sneaky and ruthless.
Hold up. You let this man talk. You're getting all of your feelings now.
I wouldn't describe Darnell as being cowardly or sneaky, but his moves, can be very calculated. He is a student of the game. He is strategic. So
very strategic.
Very strategic. Let's see. But at the same time, he has a heart of gold. So I will call you T'Challa.
Gold heart.
T'Challa, that's a good one.
Black Panther.
You know what I love about this? That I know my three, and none of ours are alike. Not one person we got. So I got for Ricky, I gave him Kingpin. I gave him Kingpin because he's a big brother. He's a big brother. Don't take too much nonsense. But
so I was gonna call Darnell Kingpin, but for a different reason. But keep going.
I wouldn't say Ricky did win a championship, but ever since I haven't seen nothing from Ricky. So
he did. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he won a championship.
You say forgot about it. So, Kevin, I gave him Star-Lord. And I gave him Star-Lord because in the movie, Star-Lord has different parts of the in the movies that I'm just like, what are you doing? And it reminds me of Kevin when he do a trade. What are you doing? Star-Lord, it would have been funny if we would have ran a clip when they had a chance to end the war with Thanos early, and Star-Lord messed it up. And then for Gerard, Mr. Daniels, Mr. Righteous Daniels, because he's a very religious man. I gave him the one character that is pure at heart, Captain America. I gave him Captain America, and he's all about beating down the villains like Mr. Perkins. So
I thought when you said pure of heart, I thought you meant Loki.
That's dumb. But it was good talking to you fellas, and signing out. If y'all got any place y'all want to get followed on, here's your chance. Ken, you got anywhere? You got your Twitter handle already?
Yeah, I got my Twitter handle on now.
Is there anywhere else that you do anything?
Nah, not just post random reels on Instagram on the Cyclone One. That's where I'm at most of the time. So
Y'all
I'm
can
not
subscribe. Y'all can subscribe to Kendrick's OnlyFans. He sells feet pics. Subscribe now for the half off special.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Speaking of that, if any of you guys that's watching this not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can get the notification when I do put out any videos. Anyway, signing out. Peace.